less than 1 year after the release of Mega Man 5, Capcom, of course, made a sequel. However, when it's time to bring the game outside of Japan, the NES was declining, but Mega Man 6 still found its way out of the Japanese. The game received favorable reviews, though it was also seen as an unnecessary sequel. What are my thoughts on this game? Well, you're going to hear my thoughts on it on my first ever video game review. The story is set in the year 20XX, of course, where the first annual Robot Master Tournament was held. The Robot Masters competing includes Blizzard Man, Centaur Man, Flame Man, Night Man, Plant Man, Tomahawk Man, Wind Man, and Yamato Man. But the supposed sponsor of the tournament, Mr. X, also a supposed boss to Dr. Wily, decided to reprogram the Robot Masters to take over the world. It is only when Mega Man fights Mr. X that it is revealed that Mr. X was in fact Dr. Wily in disguise. Mega Man then defeats Wily and sends him off to jail, where he stayed there until the events of Mega Man 7. Yeah, in hindsight, this plot is nothing special. It's just Dr. Wily reprogramming Robot Masters, which was already done in the original Mega Man. But in the end, I wouldn't call it bad either. After all, this is an NES game, and NES games aren't really known for their stories. Though you have to give credit where credit is due. This is the first game in which Mega Man talks. Since this is a Mega Man game, let alone a main series Mega Man game on the NES, you expect it'll play out like its 5 predecessors, and you're right! You have 8 Robot Masters to deal with, power through their stages, and fight them. After defeating all the Robot Masters, you go and fight Dr. Wily and his latest Wily machine. Mega Man hasn't changed either, and it can still slide and charge shots. However, every Mega Man game brought something new, and in Mega Man 6's case, is the Rush adapters. The Rush Jet adapter can let you reach high areas, while the Rush Power adapter lets your attack be stronger and even allowing you to break blocks. But it's really short range and you can't slide while in both adapters. Some may call this gimmicky and I can see why, but like I said, every Mega Man game at least brings something new. Besides, fun is the main importance of the gameplay, and fun I had in this game, especially with the adapters. Since the graphics in this game is so identical to its predecessors, you wouldn't think I would make a category here. Well, there is a difference between the graphics between this game and its predecessors, in my opinion at least. You see, in earlier games like Mega Man 2, I felt like the graphics looks much more polished and smoother. The graphics in this game is still good, but I felt like they went a bit too far with details. On top of that, some of the color palette looks kinda dull, even when compared to its predecessors and most games on the NES. Again, it's just my opinion, and I personally think that once again, there are NES games with much better graphics than this, even in Mega Man 1, 2, 5, which are also released on the NES. Of course, in all tradition of most Mega Man games, and by extension most Capcom games, this game is sure to have awesome music. I won't go too much into detail since the music speaks for themselves, but even on the NES, the music's still really good. Though the Complete Works version, which is the version I'm using in this review, is a whole lot better. Some of my favorite tracks in this game includes Mr. X's stage, Night Man stage, Wind Man stage, and Yamato Man stage, which is the music you're listening to right now. Bottom line, the music rocks and is definitely, in my opinion, the highlight of the game. One thing about the Robot Masters level design in this game is that they are designed after certain parts of the world. For example, Night Man stage is based on a castle in England, while Tomahawk Man stage takes place in Native America, mechanized of course, and to me, that seems like a pretty neat idea. True, some Robot Masters, like Blizzard Man stage, you wouldn't know it's based on something like Canada unless you do your research, but it's still neat that the Robot Masters are placed in stages that is reminiscent to real world countries. As for the level design itself, like in most Mega Man games, they are challenging but fun at the same time, and I can say that the level design in this game is a ton of fun. At least in the Robot Master stages. Yeah, when I got to the final stages, the level design became kinda boring, mainly because I had to use up most of my special weapons, and I'm the kind of person who likes to constantly use special weapons throughout the final stages. This is the reason why I gave B+ on gameplay earlier. I was deciding if I should just have Robot Master and bosses as separate categories and only use one of them, but in the end I decided to put them in one category, as I have much more to say if they're in one. I'll start with the Robot Masters first. Like I said before, the level design of the Robot Masters are based on real world countries. That's because some of the Robot Masters represent people native to those countries, such as Nightman resembling England Knights and Yamato Man representing Japan since he's designed after a samurai. Most of the Royal Masters in this game provides cool design, stages, which I said before are fun and enjoyable boss fights, though to be fair, I'm mixed with the weapon selection of this game. The plant barrier was a piece of crap, the centaur fight and windstorm were situational at best, the blizzard attack, silver tomahawk, and Yamato spear were useful, but nothing special, leaving the flame blast and night crush probably the only weapons in the game I would call good. Plus, most of the weapons in this game runs out really quickly. This is especially troublesome in the final stages, which I brought up before. But despite that, the Royal Masters in this game are great. The fortress bosses on the other hand are nothing special. They either range from easy to surprisingly difficult. So to conclude, the Royal Masters in this game had fun boss fights, fun stages, and cool design. But most of their weapons leave a lot to be desired, and the other bosses are, like I said before, nothing to write home about. Overall, as the final installment of the NES Mega Man, it was pretty good. While not as good as Mega Man 2, it was close. Plus, this is the first ever Mega Man game that I've completed, even though I was at high school when I beat this game. So my final result for this game is a B+. A good game. If you want to try it out, go ahead. So this is RA185 with my first ever video game review. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to criticize, and I'll see you all next time.